it pulled up. I can't find it. It's cool.
This isn't cold.
How do you silence this? I don't know how to use a phone no more. Can you look it up on YouTube? Make sure it sounds good.
I got you. It's bright out here. I can't see it.
Alright, let me stop this.
No, you're good.
Well, if you stop it, you're gonna have to restart it. Just be a second.
Technical difficulties.
Come on, you look it up.
Yeah. You're up.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. Testing, 1, 2. Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and face the east and give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching, preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, and to the Ba'ashadabadat, the house of David. This is Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. You are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you, and you alone. All right, first and foremost, to the elect men of the nation of Israel. 144,000 elect men that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has ordained and chose from the beginning. All right, then the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony. All right, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, will perish, will be canceled, will be deleted, will, suffer death by pain. All right, for not believing upon the true doctrine, the testimony, and the good news of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's return. All right, that the world is going to come back and get in order. All right, so this only can be done, by the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. All right, and Him giving us our salvation, our Savior, Yahweh Shai. All right, and that Savior is the nation of Israel. But first, Israel, before salvation, you have to get that recompense. All right, for the atrocities that you have committed. All right, the elect will be saved. The 2/3 will perish here on the shores of Babylon the Great. All right, horrible, horrific, all right, end that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to bring to you.
He said that they got to, paraphrase scripture, they're going to feel it by pain, death by pain.
Right, that death by pain that is going to be felt. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into these scriptures and let the Spirit speak.
This is Ezekiel 7 and verse 5.
Speak up, Bob.
This is Ezekiel 7 and verse 5. It says, "This said Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, thou power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come."
Right, evil and only evil is come. All right, as you see the world in the state it is right now, you're beholding evil. All right, it might not appear to be evil. All right, but nevertheless, it is evil that is being shown in the world. All right, through this devil's technocracy, through his legislative system. All right, he has the ability to create these evils. All right, but we understand it's the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that's allowing this devil to do it. Okay, he is changing the things. The devil has changed things upside down, and Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to turn them right side up. Okay, this devil is going to continue to wax worse and worse and worse. More wickedness this devil is going to show. All right, the scripture says this devil is going to come, the enemy is going to come in like a flood. How much closer are we now than we were last year? All right, and I mean really last year.
Yes.
I'm talking about 28 days ago, or 25 days ago, last year. How much more has it amped up already? But because prophecy is speaking loud and clear, and it is flying off the pages.
I got a quick preset.
Yep.
Yeah. This is Isaiah 29 and 15, and it says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? And that's, these devils, their works are in the dark. They do things in secret. Those evil things that they do, they're doing them, behind closed doors at their summits, their WEF meetings, their Davos meetings, and then they're out, and then they're showing you the evil in front of them. How this devil Yuval Harari want to pretty much say that AI will surpass religion, and everything that this world pretty much has to offer. They're setting up that to be your God,
Right.
And setting themselves up to be their God, because they're the creator, that the Lord is using to put that AI demon out. Now, continuing on, it says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Right. Hey, because this devil continues to say, oh, I got it under control. All right. Not only do I'm doing this myself, because his pride is lifting him up. And as the brother had just said earlier, hey, it was that devil who sets himself up on the throne as if he was the Most High. All right. He puts himself on that pedestal with the AI. All right. And that's why he's trying to replace, hey, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. All right. Because you are the link in the connection. All right. In the chain to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Pretty much what this devil's getting ready to do is let AI take over and give you his belief.
Right. Because this devil, Elon Musk, all right, was at the meeting. All right. And what did he say? All right. He said, hey, he has geared his businesses, all right, Space Force, to go not only intelligence here, but intelligence beyond. Okay. SpaceX is Starship Voyager. All right, so it can go throughout the universe and find other inhabitable places. All right, from the disasters, whether it be natural or whether it be man-made. All right, this is what this devil said himself. All right, that's what SpaceX for. And then Neuralink, all right, it is to merge man and machine, so the consciousness of man can be one. All right, be one together.
Transhumanism.
Yeah, the transhumanism. All right, so now that this devil, and like he said it, so he can have, so the control can be complete. All right, there's no more difference between human and machine. All right,
and that's what he seeks after. He seeks after, total control.
Yep.
And that's what his New World Order is about.
Yeah.
It's about completing, being able to hack inside of, the human body.
Right. And they say, and remember, they say New World Order. All right. That means every place on this planet has to change. That means they all have to be on one accord. All right. It's an order for it not to be for China to do this and Russia to do that and America to do this. It would be the same world. Okay, the New World Order is being on one accord. You see the BRICS Union on the brink of breaking up. All right, or Slovakia. I said BRICS. EU. All right. The United Nations. United Nations on the breaking up as well, and it's all pushed by who? Hey, DJ Trump. All right, he's doing it. All right, he has set himself up on the throne as if he is God. All right, he's showing you and he's telling you exactly what he is going to do, and these devils are no longer hiding it. All right, here it is. Vanilla Ice Baby, all right, has just got a larger budget, bigger than the budget he already originally gave him. All right, and less touch on the amping up of the Insurrection Act. All right, because these planned psyops and pandemics, all right, are already in the books. Hey, from your Panther Party to your neo white supremacist groups, all right. This is only going to further the affliction of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. This devil has legislative branch covered, all right, and he has it covered in all cases. All right, now he has the ability to go into your home, skipping and moving past and maneuvering past the Fourth Amendment. Okay, but this is the documentation that you hold so dear and true and what you believe in. You believe in the document of men, but you don't believe in the document of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. That's what stood the test of time for America until now. All right? Until now. Now it's being shredded and ripped apart. But the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has always remained. It has always been here for you. All right? And you're running out of the time of mercy.
I was gonna read the NLT. This is Matthew's 10. So like Matthew's 24 and verse 21 in the NLT says, "For there will be greater anguish than at any time since the world began, and it will never be so great again."
Right. It'll be greater trouble than any time since the world began. All right. This is Jacob's trouble. It is going to continue to amp up. Gradualism happens in all things, but this is the thing. This is the thing that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to do. We don't know the second that it's going to go full panic mode, full chaos and disorder. All right? But the chaos and disorder that you see now, you hear sirens daily, nightly, minute after minute, more than ever. How much more when judgment starts to be pushed out like Final Destination? You can't escape it. Why? Because you can't escape the judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right? Death is coming. All right? Death, by the sword of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is coming.
Right.
All right?
That's what they said in that movie too. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, the things that's gonna spark it, you know, too is this, you know, these race wars and this devil playing on the hearts of the civilians.
Yep.
You know, how many times since you know, Miss Good got popped that George Floyd's name got brought up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a white, you know, a so-called white-looking, you know, I won't say that, but you know, you know, girl on girl.
Right.
You know, and it was a righteous thing that the Lord, you know, put her down. But she went. But anyways, all those things come up, and then, you know, like the brother was saying, Black Panther pop right back up.
Yep.
You know, so they're using these things as you know, motive to play on your hearts to get a reaction out of you.
Right. It's in the eyes of the people, this was Cindy. All right. In the eyes of the people of her nation, this is Cindy.
She was blameless.
Yeah, she was blameless. She was blonde hair, blue eyes. She was the standard. She was the standard as far as appearance. All right. Maybe not how she lived, but the way she looked was the standard.
Yeah, that's why they use it. Just like you know, CK.
Con.
You know, an article I just seen came out saying that you know, CK had a that his, you know, by putting them down, that it would spark these civil
Yep.
you know, or you know, these you know, civil disruption.
Right.
You know, civil war would come up out of it.
Right. And hey, and
they were trying to blame Jake for that.
Right.
When it first came out, they were trying to put the blame on Jake. Now, since information came out on it, what did they do? They went and started playing the villain victim. They gave you another psyop or FF, with that thing out in what was that, Australia or
yep.
where, and then multiple other things. But now they play it like, okay, it's an attack on the Jays.
Right.
Hey. But they just go back and forth, and then they let that story disappear until something else new comes.
Right. Hey, and because when the CK thing happened, all right, hey, you had those good old boys said, hey, it better not be one of them. It better not be one of those other peoples. Right? Because if it is, hey, that fire is going to get lit even more. Even though, hey, the stuff that you didn't hear about in the news, a couple of, nooses, hey, were hung, and a couple of people had to meet their end.
Yeah,
and then
that was Jake.
Yeah, and it was all Jake. But that goes back to the curses. Hey, cursed is those who hang on the tree. Roughly paraphrasing scripture.
Yeah.
All right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai is letting it be known, and he's bringing that old thing back. That old good thing back. All right? That old-fashioned, good, deep-rooted American hatred that the true Americans have for you, Jake.
Yeah, and even though you don't see those type of things on mainstream media, it doesn't mean that it's not going on. Hey, those hangings did happen, and then they got brushed off by the police.
God.
And
said, shh, keep it quiet.
Right.
All right.
And said, oh, there is no foul play here. How is there no foul play? How do you get up there?
He just took himself and was like, oh, this is a good one right here. I'm just going to do this in the public square. I'm going to do this at night so nobody can see, so they can find my ass in the morning.
Just like back...
right. In a sundown town. In a sundown town. If you don't know what that is, look that shit up.
Just like you had that kid, his classmates were trying to throw him in the wood chipper.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That was last year.
It was just a harmless joke. They were being boys. Boys being boys.
Nobody got in trouble with that.
Yeah. I mean, to my knowledge, I haven't looked further into that recently, but they all, pretty much got away.
Right. It's just boys being boys.
Well, one of the kids' father was a police officer.
But
right.
Yeah, that perpetual hatred, will show itself again, because that's what, the whole thing with Trump back in the office, and Heck said, calling the having those type of meetings with all the branches of the army and everything, is bringing that white pride back.
Right. Hey, and then you have the vanilla ice baby. All right. Hey, telling you, opening up the recruitment. All right. And like a brother did a video yesterday, Salaki, I forgot the brother's handle. All right. But he did a video yesterday how it is, I think, impending doom. Salaki. I was thinking of it. But the agent, it was an agent meeting. All right. It was an ICE agent meeting, talking about, hey, how you have to continue just to push forward, no matter what the rhetoric is. It is about keeping this thing that's going on right now. It is about what you signed up for. All right, the 3 to 5 years that you signed up for to receive that bag. Okay, you have to push forward the agenda of these people and do the will of your master.
You could find it on. I'm about to bring it up on Democracy Now. She had this chick that signed up. She's a journalist. She signed up for that group, and pretty much it wasn't very complicated to get in.
God.
And I forgot, you gotta watch the little short she did, but it was like pretty much like a couple weeks, and they tried to send her the money for the payment, so she could just get on board.
Right.
I think she had a military background, but she said like the hard background check that they said that they did, they ain't doing that shit.
Right.
And that because they're supposed to check if you have, you know, domestic violence
Yeah.
and that sort of thing.
They don't care.
Look at the people that, well, look at that Edomite that just got caught, you know, raping that mother, and that was in exchange, so he didn't rape her daughter in the detention center.
Right.
You know, so things of that nature are going on. How much more on the, you know, on the streets? You know,
Right.
what they gonna do to a little, you know, Northern Kingdom chick that don't want to go in?
Hey,
You know, what you trying to bribe him with?
hey, and this is that old thing. All right. You see in Massa doing his Massa ways again. All right. You see him going abroad and making several bed winches.
Sugar.
All right. This is this devil's MO. This is what he do. All right. Get the with the brother pulled up.
Yeah, this is Shalom Yabashim Yashai Ramath 34:17, second Ezra 16 and 17. We'll pull it right here. Went down at verse 18, but this is second Ezra 16 and 17 said, woe is me, who will deliver me in these days?
Right. Who will deliver us in this day and time? It is only Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai who is going to deliver you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. And it's only the elect of the nation of Israel. You don't just have a pass because your father's line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian. All right? You have to be chosen. You have to be of the elect of the nation of Israel.
You gotta have that
All right?
that mark.
Right. You gotta have that dawah, that mark of exemption. All right? And if you don't have it, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to fuck you up.
Huh?
All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to destroy 2/3 of his own nation because you're a bunch of fucking degenerates. All right?
Verse 18.
Yeah, that's why the world, you know, got that thing called black fatigue.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, because they tired of you too. Just like, you know, the prophets is and the righteous, you know, is tired of seeing your bullshit too. And that's the thing that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai does, is that, you know, he make you accountable, hey, for your people. That's why we giving this warning out in the first place. Hey, the Most High's judgment is gonna start in his house first.
Yep.
All right. That doesn't mean that you know, you're gonna and you know, you won't be saved in the kingdom. All right. You know, through the loins of the elect, you'll come back right. But hey, on this side, you just as bad as the wicked. You just as bad as this devil that's in power.
Right.
That taught you all these things. And that, you know, the reason why Jake so damn messed up is because this devil in power, you know, pretty much brainwash your ass to be just like him.
Right.
Or to be a worse version of him, because Jake do things better than everybody else.
Right, because you envy your oppressor. You think it's okay, hey, if I got a little substance, I got a house, you know, they're not bothering me. It doesn't affect me. It affects you. All right? Yeah. Your whole fucking beingness is an abomination unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, following after this devil.
And that goes back to, you know, Esau being there's no uprightness in his ways.
God.
All right. And then when you learn from unrighteousness, well, all you know how to do is unrighteous things.
Right.
And that's what happened when he hid the heritage from us.
Right.
Throughout time, you just waxed worse and worse, and you fell, you know, into you know, deeper into
Mischief.
mischief, folly, sin.
Hey, you followed that we are the world, you know, spirit. We are the world. We are one people. All right. Even though this devil never seen us as one people, he already knew that we were different.
Yeah, that's why you're gonna die with the world.
Right. Hey, that's exactly. Hey, there ain't nothing else to be said. Go ahead and pull.
Yeah, man.
God. Second Ezra 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers that stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, what shall you do when the evils have come? All right? Hey, I know through the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Adawana Ratazah, where I'm going to be. All right? Where these brothers is going to be. All right? We're going to be in that secret place. All right? In that strong tower. Fearing the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and thanking him for his mercy and his grace. Why and laughing and scoffing and mocking at you motherfuckers who don't listen and take heed to the warning. All right? This shit wasn't good a week ago. And it's not fucking good now. You people are going to fucking perish. All right? And when I'm talking about you people, I'm talking about the people of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the nation, the 2/3. We don't give a fuck about anybody else. This message is for you, but it doesn't concern you. Your end is coming. All right?
Yeah.
You have one more on that, and then you can pull yours.
Yeah, all Babylon gonna get it though.
Right.
You know.
On the chat, Ramoth pulled Revelation 6 and 4 as well too, and there went another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they shall kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Right, that great sword is Esau Edom. He's that red horse. All right, he has the ability to go out through the earth as this devil is doing. Don't worry, we're gonna take Greenland. All right. He's trying to make sure that he's telling you, because it's that order out of chaos. All right, this is what this devil is doing. He's making order out of chaos in his mind as if it really is going to happen. But Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has something else for him. All right? But he's destroying you, Jake. He's destroying you. He already did it through the mental. He did it through physical. And in the midst of that, he locked up your spiritual. All right? Hey, that Willie Lynch mentality, that system that was portrayed, whether it was real or fake, okay? The fact that there is a book and documentation about it is real enough if you don't believe that they really implemented it.
Google it.
All right? Nevertheless, all right, you are destroyed. And what did Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai say? My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge, not knowing yourself, who you are and whose you are. You can't walk around like these fucking people. You are better. You have a purpose. You got it.
This is Micah chapter 6, verse 8 in the NLT. It says, "Know, O people, the Lord has told you what is good, and this is what he requires of you."
He has told you what is good. He has a requirement. Read it again from the top. He said, I told you what is good and what is required of you for who? For me. Because you're a peculiar special treasure unto who? Myself.
Micah chapter 6, verse 8 in the NLT. "Know, O people, the Lord has told you what is good, and this is what he requires of you, to do what is right, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your power."
But you motherfuckers, you 2/3 of the nation of Israel, giving the entire nation of Israel a bad name. Following after the ways because you like folly. Hey, you want to party and bullshit. That's what you want to do. You want to party and bullshit. And they're just like this fucking, I can't stand this fucking cowboy shit dance that you motherfuckers got trending again. All right?
Such a damn folly.
You just want to, you want to fucking just continue to think everything's okay. All right?
I think it's a fucking game.
This is verse 9. It says, "Fear the Lord if you are wise."
If you are wise. But there's no wisdom in you.
Right.
There's no wisdom in you. He said, fear the Lord if you are wise. You would have the fear. You would cling unto righteous things and leave abominable things behind. This is excluding no one. Man, woman, or child. Father, son, mother, daughter, grandmother. Newborn, it doesn't matter. All right? That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai said, let the righteous be righteous still and the wicked be wicked. Because you motherfuckers been wicked. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is allowing us through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to be out on the highways and byways. Brought the ministry back up. Starting with Albert Bivens. The men were under him. to our head apostle, Tahar, and all the men of the nation of Israel, teaching 100% doctrine under him. All right? Giving 100% truth, bringing it back to the forefront of the mind to say Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is tired of your shit, and judgment is going to be pushed out. All right? And you're seeing it. Adawana Rataza, it becomes much worse. Much worse for you fucking people.
Micah chapter 6, verse 9 in NLT. Fear the Lord if you are wise. His voice calls to everyone in Jerusalem. The armies of destruction are coming. The Lord is sending them.
The Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, is sending them. The armies of what? Destruction. This is not the time that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to rebuild this shithole. It is a shithole. All right? It is still in the breaking down period. He is still breaking this down systematically. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has been killing brick by brick. All right? Such as when Moses, all right, hey, took that idol and ground it into powder and threw it in the water. It can't be thrown in the water. It's getting thrown in the fucking fire. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, if it's in water, he's going to boil the shit till it becomes what? A vapor.
Verse 10. What shall I say about the homes of the wicked filled with treasures gained by cheating?
Gained by cheating. This is America. America was gained by cheating. It was gained. What righteous treaty has America had?
Don't worry.
Oh, the Emancipation Proclamation? Was that righteous? I think, yeah, that freed the slaves, right?
Did it?
All right? Or did it open up slavery for everybody? I don't know. Read the Emancipation Proclamation, hey, and then do your research on it while you still have time. All right?
It says, what about the disgusting practice of measuring out grain with dishonest measures?
Oh, an unjust balance. How you have one people in a nation who it doesn't even belong to. You didn't give a fair scale of the balance. You see, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is righteous and just. He put his nation above all nations, hence why he separated us. If we are separate, we can't be measured by the same measurement. We are separate. But all other nations are equal to one another. Not the nation of Israel.
That drop in the bucket.
Right.
And it says here in verse 11, how can I tolerate your merchants who use dishonest scales and weights? In verse 12, the rich among you have become wealthy through extortion and violence.
Oh man. No. All billionaires who made their billions did it off of righteous gains and honesty.
Hard work.
Right. Hard work and dedication.
Yeah. Look how Elon got his wealth.
Right. He was self-made, self-paid.
You know?
He had every idea himself.
What his well, not only that, but his parents, you know, in the mine that they own out in Africa.
Right.
You know.
But no, you know, Trump made it too. His father gave him a measly loan of $1 million.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Look at Elon and Trump connection.
Right. Hey, but you know, it was just a measly loan of $1 million. It's nothing too big.
It says, your citizens are so used to lying that their tongues can no longer tell the truth.
Shit. Citizens are used to being lied to. All right? The citizens are used to being lied to, but so is the king, so are the people.
Yeah, they're heir that proceeded from the ruler.
Right.
You know.
So as you lied, hey, the people start picking it up, saying, well, shit, this is how you get rich? Oh, get rich or die trying.
Yep. Yeah, but, hey, and then you throw cuffs on Jake, you know, for these little scams that they be running.
Hey, but no, you throw cuffs, not only that, but you throw cuffs on Jake, even if he does it the right way and follows the paperwork.
Yeah.
What is
Well, you just had the Trump trying to hold accountable the biggest scam artist in you know, right now, you know, is the credit card company.
Yeah.
You know, he trying to put them on blast. But hey, you think we gonna see that money back?
Hey, but he used it. He was using his credit cards. He was using his credit.
Yeah.
Whether it was business or whether it was personal.
Now he wants to say 30%. And when you see that they trying to come clean with some shit, because they about to get rid of this shit.
Right.
They don't care because the new system will take over.
Hey, when they do and they pass that that other act, legislative act, don't think that your credit cards are still going to benefit you, or even that you may still have an account. All right? It is not for the betterment of you. If they do away with the system as it is, that means these companies are going to tighten up and say, hey, JJ and Sharifa can't have that secured card. We ain't even going to offer it. All right? And Cindy, she's okay, but we're still going to cut it. She doesn't make enough. We're going to trim the fat. And that's all that they're doing. Elon Musk, his whole Doge was trimming the fat. All right? Budget cuts everywhere.
Yeah, that was, the start of it.
Right. So what does it matter? Hey, what does it matter if you have a lawsuit because this thing is going to be prolonged? All right? You have to have money to fight that lawsuit. But if you don't have any money, how can you keep up a fight? That's why money is what? A defense. All right?
Demons.
You got more on that, or that was it? I got this real quick.
Wow.
This is Psalm 144:8. It says, "Whoso mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is the right hand of falsehood."
And this devil speaks nothing but vanity. All right? At every turn, he's looking for the camera. Trying to get on the best side. Why? Because this devil loves the fact that he has set himself up on the throne as if he is God.
Yeah, now he's so proud he do it on camera.
Right.
I.e., Trump, son digging in his pocket for the YOLO,
Right. I don't give a shit. But then we're going to go ahead and talk about Cuba.
Yeah.
Or we're going to talk about Colombia.
Yeah, Maduro.
We're going after these people.
That shit that got double tapped and had a whole lot of drugs. Now we know the main motive behind that.
Right.
You got it.
It's all about the drugs. Sure.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah,
got?
you got to pull
I
it up.
have Proverbs 21:6. The treasuring of a lying tongue.
Well, if you're gonna read it, read it.
Well,
pull it up.
you said something in
Yeah, pull it out.
Bring
it out.
Yep. Proverbs 21, I'm going to start at verse 6. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a vanity tossed to and fro from them that seek death.
Mm-hmm. Was it a treasure?
Yeah, treasures.
Okay, go ahead and read that again.
Right? The Proverbs 21:6 again, it says, the getting of treasures by a lying tongue is in a vanity tossed to and fro of them that seek death.
Mm-hmm.
The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them because they refuse to do judgment.
Hey, why? Because you have to answer for the shit that you've done. You were dishonest in your doings. This devil has been dishonest because there's no uprightness in him. He is meant to be the adversary unto the nation of Israel. He is meant to be the hammer of the earth and to gain everything by deceit because he's a vagabond in the earth. He doesn't have anything but his sword.
Yeah, his blessing was that he would be able to use his sword to come up. That's no different than, these YNs live by the gun, die by the gun.
Right.
Oh yeah, that Waka Flocka shit.
Bop, bop. Right? And that's, because you want to live by the sword, you die by the sword. You made your bed and now you gotta lay it.
Yeah, it says because blood pursue.
Because you pursue blood, blood will pursue thee.
And the biggest gangster is, these Edomites.
Right.
Starting with Amalek.
Yep.
And there's a movie with the elder mentioned it. It's decent. It's called Caught Stealing. You got Zoe Kravitz but you know, in that movie it shows you that the biggest gangsters in town, you know, were them small caps.
Yep.
All right. But they was the Hasidic, you know, Jays.
Right. Hey, I seen this documentary. You know, I was watching that how they have a whole community in New York and nobody pays nothing. Like we talked about a little bit last week.
I saw that comment.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, don't pay nothing. Just like we were talking about Section 8 last week and how, hey, you in comparison to paying rent and paying the mortgage. Jake gets his rent paid. Amalek gets his mortgage paid.
Yeah.
Oh, so mortgage is ownership of something. All right? Yeah, how about Shimei Al-Shai said, hey, this is not your rest.
Yeah, they go, in that movie, they go and, you know, sit down, have supper with the with the kids, and then you know, and they family, they moms, and then they walk out the door and go, you know, blow up a building and start spraying, you know, heavy artillery.
Right. Hey. But when the devil had over the modern day sword,
Barefaced.
Right. Like, what is he? There's nothing. All right. Hey, you see what these devils have, and this Panther Party, man, you ain't gonna do nothing. All right. It don't matter what type of weaponry you have. These devils got stuff to touch you without even touching it.
Yeah, they do. You gotta do what it do.
Right.
If you can't do what it do,
then you ain't doing it.
Don't do it.
All right.
And that's their old shit.
Mm.
He said, "They go." I'm gonna saying he was in that Nas saying 10 shots at me. I'm gonna send 30 back.
Right. Hey, but hey, okay. You stand on that business, and you believe in that. All right. Hey, but for you, hey, true believers of Yahweh Shimei Avashai, hey, don't go out to those protests. Don't be, hey, you see Jake rousing up and getting active, activate your ass the other way.
Yeah.
Right?
Because now, you know, them tactical, out here, I'm just telling the brother, seeing that the cyber trucks that the cops got out here, you know, they look like they built to run over Jake.
Right.
You know, and these dumbasses in the protest. And then also they got like a whole back part that you know, the trunk of the cyber truck that opened up, you know, that's for, you know, their you know, technologically advanced,
Right.
you know, weapons. So, you know, drones, that nature. But they showed you with those, you know, those things, the dude weapons. They just need a little satellite in the back. That, you know.
Hey,
And these agents they've shown them riding around in their trucks with that thing in the back. They just ain't turning it on you.
Right. Hey, and know that this devil has the ability. All right. Know that your cop cars and everything are always outfitted better than the original one. All right. So that Cybertruck might be able to go 300 miles without a charge, but that one's gonna go 7. All right. They got the super charge.
Yeah, just like you got the, you know, years old models of these weapons that this devil got.
Right. Hey, those are the ones. Those Cybertrucks have the solid state batteries.
He got
all
the
right?
fatness of the earth.
Right.
You know, that means he got the best of the best. That's why somebody want to grab that and is that 2 Corinthians 10? Weapons of our warfare.
Carnal.
All right.
I'm gonna grab this last one before you grab that.
It might be 5 and 10. I'll see if I can.
This is Proverbs 21 and verse 8 says, "The way of man is forward and strange, but as for the pure, his work is right."
All right, his work is right. All right, the way of man is forward and strange. He did something strange for a little piece of change. All right, this devil, hey, took this whole place by deceit. He didn't just come to the Native Americans and just, no, he came in and befriended them. All right? The Israelites, those so-called Native Americans, Latinos, all right? He came up and he said, hey, let us be friends. How do you till this land? Oh, gold. Oh, this is a nice metal. We don't want it. You'll give it to us, we'll take it. And then they sent word back. All right? And then what did they do? They got this place by deceit, by the sword. Hey, and then what did they start doing? They start writing their decrees and justifying themselves in the wickedness of their heart. The heart being their mind, saying we did this for God and country, for the crown and country.
You got more on that? Or?
No, that was it all.
No.
Yeah.
Start up. No, I said just start up one at 3.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3, and it says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Right, though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. We're not here believing upon this world as if this world has something truly to offer us. This is the end all be all. Hey, if I get that, man, if I get that new house, if I get that new car, everything, man, this is just gonna make, hey, I got a 10-figure salary.
It's about having that vision of what, you know, the end, you know, what's your end goal?
Right.
And keeping that eye single on, you know, the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
No, but they want the kingdom of men because this is tangible.
Right. If you don't put that, you know, and don't have a true understanding that, you know, this world is just temporal, you know, that the riches that, you know, awaits us in heaven, and, you know, you fighting for what's here. Hey, the fashion of this world passeth away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything in here is going to be gone. Hey, everything in Babylon the Great is going to be burnt up. So what are you really fighting for?
Right.
You know, to be in this low level sack of meat.
Yep.
You know.
That's because that's what you can touch. This is your heaven. All right. If you believe in this devil system, you're in your heaven now. All right.
This is as good as it's gonna get.
This is as good as it's gonna get for you.
On this side, if you're Israelite.
Right, Jake. This is what you want. But know in the kingdom, because Yahweh Shem Shai is righteous, just. All right. He said the least shall be greater than John the Baptist. And how high esteem was John the Baptist of men? Matter of fact, can somebody pull it up right quick?
You're gonna be worked on. You know, you have to be worked on and pretty much, you know, taken out to be fashioned, to be made back again in that fashion of righteousness.
Right.
Because he's too far gone. Let him just read down one more and then.
Yep.
Can you just finish that out?
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. And it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds.
And that's exactly what's being happened. They pulling down a stronghold, and our weapons of warfare are not carnal. That's why this devil is trying to come after the book, come after the word. All right.
So these inventions, and until it starts with the word. You know, the power of, you know, prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that already started the downfall of this place, you know, and then, you know, spiritual power, you know, the angels, you know, these UAPs and UFOs, they ain't got that type of their technology can't combat with the Most High's, you know, warfare, man.
Hey, this devil. Yahweh Shem Shai.
Because it's out of this world, it's like you
got it.
That was it.
Yahweh Shem Shai, has been pulling this devil down for 2,000 plus years.
Yeah, Luke 17.
All right, 2,000 plus years, he's been pulling this devil down. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. If this was my kingdom, all right, they would fight. All right. So Yahweh paid the ultimate price, knowing that this wasn't his kingdom. All right, and gave his life for his servants. All right, for the elect of the nation of Israel first and foremost.
Yeah, that's why, you know, when it say, you know, wait therefore upon, wait upon me, you know, we're not supposed to take this into, you know, our own hands.
Right.
You know, which these other, you know, other camps and
Two Turds
you
J.
know, NOI and you know, Black Panther Party, that's what they all about.
Yep.
Taking, you know, means into their own hand. And that ain't gonna, you know, that ain't gonna last. It didn't last when you had Marcus Garvey and other dude.
Huey Newton.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, it does not matter what party, what force in the carnal sense that you have, Jake. It's never going to work. The only force that we have is Yahweh Shem Yahushai for our defense. The word, first and foremost, is a defense, all right, in this day and time, because Yahweh is the word, all right? 2,000 plus years has this devil system being broke down, all right, by the word of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Okay, you got it.
No.
Luke 7:28. Yeah.
No, you got it, Darash. I wanted him to pull.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 7. Slack here. Luke chapter 7, verse 28. And it says, "For I say unto you, among those that are born of women, there is not a greater prophet than John the Baptist, but he that is least in the kingdom of the Most High is greater than he."
Right. For those of you who are born amongst women, all right, there is not one better than John the Baptist. But the least Israelite man shall be counted greater than John the Baptist. You see, this is the blessing, small portion of the blessing that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is providing unto all the nation of Israel. All right, to all the men of the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
And all the women of the nation of Israel will have what? Be a daughter of Sarah. To live in uprightness, to live in an abundance. All right?
Yeah, so that you know, Jake walking around with doo-doo drawers and, you know.
Right. Shitting on the corner, butt ass naked out here.
You know, you're gonna be greater than John the Baptist on, you know, in the kingdom.
Right.
But in the kingdom, John the Baptist is gonna have, you know, right over.
Yeah.
So,
Indefinitely. All right. But this is all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
but hey, that's gonna show the beauty of Zion.
Yep.
You know, the beauty of Israel. You know, when we in our right mind, when we restored.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're gonna be once again. We shall be as gods.
Right.
All right. The wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to shine through us.
Right, because what did Yahweh Shem Yahushai say? Hey, the wisdom of this world, wisdom of this world is foolishness to Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you think about it, you know, science and you know, technology. It's the Most High's wisdom is immortality. The wisdom of this world is only to prevent death.
Wow.
You know, it only, you know, so much of it, all it does is just prolongs death. Just like Esau, Well, it says OMO is trying to reach immortality so he could consider himself a god, but all he does is prolong it and cause all these different fucking problems.
Right. Hey, you know this devil tries to prolong it by any means necessary.
His stem cell research.
Yeah. Hey,
you know,
organ harvesting.
Yeah. All that.
Gene splicing. This is not medical information. Please look it up yourself. This stuff does exist.
His MOTB, you know, is to give him the you know, a bigger brain capacity.
Right.
You know, at that level, that's beyond the control part.
Right.
You know.
Hey, because when you want to be merge man and machine, have that technocracy and have that transhumanism, all right, you, in their mind, you have no limits. Why? Because information is continuous. All right, the internet is an abundance of information, and it just gets more information. That's why they have data collection. All right, that's why all these centers, all right, these data centers are heavily secured.
Yeah, we was on the way here. We was driving, and it just my maps just routed me here. You know, I ain't press nothing, say I was going nowhere.
Right.
It just was on the dash, and it just, you know,
recognizes patterns and times now. All right, this devil, hey, is putting together this predictive programming, not only in essence of what he wants you to do, from the damn it, every time I'm about to say it, it always leaves my mind. What is the program? The butterfly.
Palantir, what?
No, not Palantir. Fucking.
With the butterfly.
Yeah.
Fucking
What does it do?
predictive program. It's the CIA predictive
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, CIA predictive program and what?
I know what he's saying.
I was just
Because
forgetting.
you brought it last time. You said
Yeah.
last time.
Did you
Brought
say
it up.
MK Ultra, Thwada. That MK Ultra, right? That MK Ultra was predictive programming, program that they had through the CIA. All right, and this is information that you can look up, do your own research.
That was the negative.
Huh?
That MK Ultra was the negative.
Of it?
You know, like the makeup that they put on the things to get them to do certain things.
No, it's the whole program itself.
Okay.
Like, what do they do? Like shock therapy, flashing images, and stuff like that. They had, yeah. So they have that that program there, and to bring it out today now is just you're already geared to do what it is that they want you to do.
They showed you that
because you've been doing it so long.
Tyrone.
Yeah.
Tyrone. They was in that when they busted into that facility or whatever. They were sitting down like that. And they were doing that shit to them.
Right.
They showed you through the movies and shit.
Right. Hey, because remember that the movies are their scriptures.
Yeah.
All right.
Come.
Hey, as you get up higher into masonry, all right, hey, there's certain things that you got to do, certain movies you got to see. All right? Hidden in plain sight. Look at the Olympics, certain events you got to watch. These are rituals. All right? And there's messages in the ritual. Are you in the know? All right? You got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. And it says, "The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit."
Right, because now, hey, you're drunk. You don't even know what you're doing. You're revealing all your secrets. You can no longer hide those secrets, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, is making you bare and naked. All right, He's lifting up your skirt. You don't have the room to hide. As soon as you're doing something, as soon as it's being put out and found out. That's why this devil is going to get so frustrated and just be like, shit, we can't do anything. Fuck it. Just do it. just fuck it. You know? Right. There ain't nothing we can do about it. It's too much. Hey, David Rothschild said what? It was too much information. The information, the internet should have been invented. All right, and being that it's invented and it came to this point, then Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, hey, said,
Mistake.
hey,
He said it was a mistake. My bad.
Yeah.
Not, that was the biggest mistake was the internet.
Right, that the people have it. All right,
Okay.
that it was given to the people.
'Cause that was the access to
Information.
you know.
This is verse 15. It says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do."
You got it.
That's going into people losing their jobs, more job losses. People. It's getting more and more difficult now, more so than ever, just to find a regular job to work. Even if you have work experience in this field or you have certifications, these employers, they're getting picky and choosy with who they want to hire.
Hey, they're telling lies.
Yeah.
All right, they're telling you something. They're telling you, oh, we're hiring. All right, they're hiring, but they're not hiring you.
Exactly.
All right, they might not be hiring at all. You see, this is the time where the buddy system is going to start working out a lot more.
It's all about.
It's who you know,
Yeah.
not what you know.
Yeah.
All right, who can get you in? Who can you rub elbows with? All right, so you could sustain yourself in this perilous time. Hey, and know that these devils are going to amp up, and when these devils amped up, what is that going to do to the YNs too? Because they part of the devil too. All right, they're on one accord. All right, you are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer and a liar from the beginning. So these devils are going to do, and the YNs are going to do exactly as they pappy do. When his pappy amps up, he going to get more amped up. That drill music is going to really start taking effect in his head. All right?
That music of war.
It's going to drill his ass. Hey, it's going to drill his ass to the cross. All right?
Yeah, what I was thinking about was
That
just-
crosshair of poo. Sorry.
Yeah. No, what I was thinking about with MK Ultra, that was just the umbrella.
Yeah.
That was under the umbrella
Yeah.
of it,
Yep.
not the whole thing. I had a quick read of this. Daniel 12:4 says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." And now through, the prophets, having the full understanding of this book, to the internet, to AI, knowledge is increased in the world. The accessibility of it, is right there.
Right.
So now you could find what you need to know. You could look up all the grievous things that this devil has done. There's an account of it, on the internet. If you dig deep enough, you'll be able to find it. If you look in the right places, and word things
That's just,
the right way, it'll pop up.
Hey, I was watching. I've never watched this show before. I might have seen like an episode, but last night I was watching a couple of shows of The Witcher. All right, and it's like Grom and Suri, right? It's not what you say, it's how you ask the question. All right, you have to ask the question in the right way. As brothers have did examples, Apostle Tahar has did examples, Gabar, Ramla, Rakah. It's how you ask.
Yeah.
How you ask the question to find the answer. You see, this AI, artificial intelligence, has the information that it'll release. That's why they always have to update it.
Yeah, that's why you gotta sometimes, you speak in hypotheticals to it.
Right,
And it'll give you the truth.
right.
But that's also because of these devils now. They have a oversight. The little hat guys. They got oversight of these apps. To try to prevent And it's like to prevent the damage,
Right.
damage control, really.
Right. And remember, it's artificial intelligence. The AI is moving faster than they anticipated.
Yeah, because they'll tell you, I can't answer that like that.
Right.
You know, so then you got to just reward it. Well, let's say, you know,
Perhaps.
let's
if
call,
so.
give them certain names. Call these people Cindy and the other people Lucy, and you figure out, put two and two together.
Hey, because this,
That'll spill the whole beans.
right, and because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is direct, so this devil has to be adverse. He has to be false and speaking mischiefs and lies.
Right hand is the right hand of falsehood.
Right.
We read it earlier.
God. Yep.
You
Right
know?
hand of falsehood.
Father is a liar from the beginning. Yeah, just make sure it's no, not that it's on. That my battery's not dead because I had to charge it.
This pre was from K. Yasharala. Say Shalom Yahbashim Ashai
Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
Luke 1:15 says, "For he shall be great in the sight of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink, and he shall be filled with the Holy Spirit, even from his mother womb."
Right. Hey, and that's exactly, hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, what John the Baptist had. All right? John the Baptist had the Holy Spirit in the mother's womb. It wasn't just Yahushai. Yahushai had the greatest portion. We understand that through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? He was the one. He is the one. All right? But it also, John the Baptist received that great portion of the Spirit. Why? Because he was the progenitor, all right, to announce the coming, to herald in as the prophets today through the Spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And who was that progenitor, if you can receive it? Abba Bivens. All right? Heralding in the ministry coming back, being brought to the forefront. That the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, hey, is starting to spread and starting to be preached, and 100% doctrine will be revealed in its time, and now is the day and the time.
You meant predecessor,
Predecessor, Tawada.
not progenitor.
Predecessor and progenitor. All right, progenitor before.
Well, progenitor is when, like, forefather.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
Yahweh Shai.
Everybody didn't come out of John the Baptist. That's why I said predator.
Yeah, no, I was saying.
To come before.
Yeah, Tawada. And Yahweh Shai would be the progenitor. All right? All right? Yeah, because he's the one that we all come out of. Out of all the tents, we come out of the tents of Judah. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay? Understanding what it is. All right? This is the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai that is given unto us. This nation belongs unto us, given by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Ordained by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? You got the three?
This is...
I
This
got
is the
excited.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 18. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Verse 19. The evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous.
Right, the evil bow before the good. All right? Hey, and who's good? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Who's evil? Esau, Edom. All right, the nation of Israel coming back in order under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hey, there gives us lies way to righteousness. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has no desire to keep his nation down. He wants the sons and the daughters of Israel to be righteous. Be ye righteous as I am righteous. Be ye holy as I am holy. To be separate. To be set apart. To be a standard. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Seminole Indian, men, women, and child. You are the creme de la creme of the men. You are the creme de la creme of the women. All right? You are the standard that is made thereby. There's no women like you on the planet. All right? Starting with the head tribe of Judah, the so-called Negro woman. all the way down to Issachar, the so-called Mexican one. And as Yahweh Shem Yahushua is making this one stick, one nation, that there is no differences, just order. All right? There's no difference in order because it's order.
Ephraim shall no longer vex Judah.
Yeah.
You know.
Simple inherent folly, you know, those that are just willfully ignorant, you know. You think you know better, you think you know something, really you don't. You only fool yourself.
It's just understanding the understanding of that order, you know. Really, when you understand order, you understand what that you see what the Most High has put in place as good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just as you know how the wicked, you know, see this truth to be wicked or be evil. You know, to us it's good news. It's the gospel. You know, to them it's wickedness.
Yeah, and you know, from the movie we watched, The Order, you know how these devils take the narrative and they're switching it. You know, they put it the side that they put it on.
You had these. You had they use Christianity, you know, to promote, you know, their Edomite tendencies.
Right.
You know, to validate. Let's say it like that. They use Christianity to validate their wickedness.
Right.
That's all. They've always done that.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, that movie, The Order.
It's worth the watch.
Yeah.
It's worth the watch.
And you see how they try to rile the spirits of these Edomites, man. You know.
Yep. You got
and there's a scene, you know, that you know, they pretty much say that they the Israelites.
Right.
You know, in fact, we get Job 9 and 24.
Yeah, shit.
You know. It's Job 9 and 24, it says, "The earth is given in the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" That's right. And get mad.
Exactly.
Because we found out who you are.
Yeah, my Shibby Al-Shai makes no mistakes.
We found out exactly
Praise
who you
Yahweh
are,
Shibbi
which it
Al-Shai. All
says
praises Yahweh Shibbi
well, Paul said it. In the last days, you know, he will be revealed.
Uh-huh.
All right, and destroyed.
Yep.
So that's it. You know, this son of perdition, all right, shall be revealed, and we seen who the wicked of this earth is. You know, and he's trying to portray himself like he's God's people. All right.
Hey, that devil had to do a double take. Come back.
Right. You don't throw that. see, that's the thing. We know what this devil about to do before he do it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new. That's what the Lord gave Yahweh Shem Al-Shai's men, the prophecy.
Hey, that wasn't. Hey, he threw a sign because this is the sign that the end is come.
Yeah.
All right, his queendom is falling. All right, that devil, he threw the sign in the middle of the street, said, "This fucking sign. This is a sign from Yahweh Shem Yahushai."
If he could, he would throw the 12 tribes charge.
Yeah, he was talking. That was the real sign he was talking about. All right, that fucking sign.
See, now
he caused chaos and disorder. All right.
Oh, wow.
Life in the traffic jam.
Hey, all praises, y'all, by Shibby
I ain't
Outside.
running it over. I'll take you, at least get out
See,
the car.
and that's you know, that's all right. So
Still yelling.
He wild.
Oh man. Hey,
To be an Edomite.
all praises, y'all, by Shibby Outside.
as it's just in the street.
In the
Yeah.
street. Look,
As this words in the street. What do people do? They walk. They drive on by. They drive over it.
Yep.
No common sense.
They don't. You know.
That's why I just read it. Proverbs 14 and 18. It's simple inherent folly.
That sign was giving them a warning: don't go into that lane.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
let's see if any stop and pick up the sign. All right. Who's gonna stop and pick up the sign? Who's gonna stop and take heed to the sign? All right.
That's a good one. Hit that one.
Not just run over it.
Hit that one.
Not just run over it. Who's gonna take heed to the sign? Yahweh Shem Yahushai has the sign here. He threw a sign out in the middle of the street. All right. There's a sign here. Who will take heed to the warning? Or are you just gonna keep on walking and driving past like it's nothing? All right.
I had a prayer.
Yep.
That's hilarious, man.
This
You
is
got it?
this is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 25.
See, driving over more signs. All right.
Isaiah 5 and 25, and it
Somebody
says,
go.
therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people.
Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is your power, ladies. All right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians.
And it says, and he hath stretched forth his hand against them, and hath smitten them. And the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
Right, his hand stretched out still. Until those doors of mercy are all the way closed, all right, hey, you have time. But yet, lo and behold, how long do you have? Nobody knows the time nor day. Yahweh Shai said he's going to come as a thief in the night. So you think you're going to be prepared? Or I'm going to get ready now. No, I'm going to get ready tomorrow. Nah, I'll give it next week.
I got time.
Shit, I got time. You're not supposed to wait 5 minutes. All right? Here it is, you have the opportunity. When the opportunity presents itself, you are to take advantage. It's like finding $100,000 on the ground. Are you going to take the opportunity to pick it up? If you see a cash truck fall over on the freeway and cash is just spewing out, how many people are going to stop and take that opportunity to go and grab some free cash?
Both sides of the freeway.
All right? But here it is, you don't want to grab and take hold of salvation when it's offered to you freely.
And you don't see the benefit. That's
Right.
the thing. You know,
The investment.
the elect sees the benefit of this truth. You know, so as it says, you know, we cleave unto that word. We cleave, you know, we hold on to, you know, the knowledge that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has passed down unto us, because we see that as the value in it. Okay, and we know that's going to lead. All right, as it says, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times.
Right.
You know, the fear of the Lord is the treasure. And that's what's going to lead us, you know, through these hard times. The end, you know, that will occur in the end.
Yep.
What are you looking for?
Looking on the comment board.
Kind of. I had
Okay, what I meant to be sorry, it's 1 Kings 22.
I gotta pull that. This is a kind of going back to what we started on.
Why you blowing your horn at them?
You mad because you're not trying to
Causing more chaos.
Oh,
Fuck
More
this time,
disorder.
This is a 2nd Esdras 7 and 43. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for it to come, wherein corruption is past. So, you know, before, you know, the elect is, and starting with the elect is immortality, all right, that day of doom got to come. All right, that day of darkness.
God.
The time like no other, Jacob's trouble got to come. You know,
Let's see if this.
and that has to happen before, you know, before corruption is done away with.
Right.
It gotta get worse. All right, it gotta get worse, and that's what we're stepping into. You know, in these times, it says, And what's that? 2 Timothy 3. That perilous times.
Yep.
You know, perils. You know, everything in the prophetic chapters of the Bible. You know, 2nd Esdras 16. You know, all those plagues and calamities that we're going to see, all the destruction from, you know, from wars and sleeper cells being activated. We just had the NGO in Mexico, the Mexican president, say that they was sending all these you know, immigrants over here for a takeover.
Right.
You know.
Hey. This place is not gonna end well.
And she not even, you know, she is a damn small hat herself.
Right. She a player.
Yeah. Now, you know.
Right.
She's a fraud.
She's a faker.
But they showing you that little beef with she got with Trump. You know, he say he after her too.
Right.
But it's all just, you know, it goes back to them just playing on people's emotions. You're gonna have some dumbass Instagarites, you know, in LA, you know, waving the Mexican flag, talking about it. It's like seen earlier this week. I don't know, some kids at Centennial High School, they was having a little protest on yeah.
EP2,
Yeah.
Las Vegas Valley.
Y'all don't even know what the fuck you doing.
They don't even know what they're doing.
You don't even know what it's about.
Somebody got hit.
And somebody else just got murked out there in Minneapolis. What was he doing? He had a bunch of guns on him. I think he was.
He was an ICU
Rush.
nurse.
Rush.
Alex Pretty.
Popping?
No, I was just letting him know.
Looking funny?
No, yeah, because how he's walking up and shit.
Oh yeah, he just popped out with the motherfucking van too.
Yeah.
Popped out the van.
We talking about the guy that's got recently murked in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Pretty. He was an ICU nurse, and the thing
That's
was,
what they said he was.
Yeah, and they said he also had a weapons permit, but you didn't.
Right.
But I've seen different angles of the incident. The man didn't seem like he was trying to pull out a weapon to defend himself.
He wasn't. He was on his.
I don't know. Just keep going. She don't know what the fuck she talking about.
Yeah, but
He was on his knees or whatnot.
Can't even
as he was
understand
down,
that.
like curled.
Yeah.
Then one of the Ice babies just pull it out, hit him 4 times.
yeah.
Yeah, but you can't. The thing is that they have. What's that? Romans the 11th chapter. You know, they pretty much have the license, you know, and power to do what they're doing. Advance came out and said, you know, that they're not in the wrong. They're not going.
Right.
They're not going to be
charged.
Hey,
they're not.
They're not even going to go to trial because what they did wasn't wrong.
Right.
Because they got that immunity.
They're not in trouble like other men.
Yeah, the Trump stopped them.
Right. Yeah, they got immunity. So you people keep on believing that you can go up there and act a fool and see, you know, what's that Biggie song? Who shot you? You know?
Hey. And it was Vanilla Ice Baby.
Right. Hey, this is what we're saying. You know, for Trump New Year's party, he had Vanilla Ice performing that shit.
That's crazy.
And he damn near the biggest troll.
Hey, he said too cold, too cold.
And then, so what else is crazy too? Well, it's not crazy, but what I seen recently was Elon posted something like these politicians are just, you know, the actors.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see the directors, all right, which those would be the elite bankers. And then, you know, what movie trailer they got coming out now is Melanie.
Melania.
I don't know how to say her fucking name.
Melania Trump.
Yeah.
First lady.
First lady. You know, just like they had Trump movie, Now they got her movie, and then they got Masters of the Universe.
Right.
So
All right. Hey, because they control this world. All right. They're the master of this universe, this world, right now. All right, not the world to come. That's why Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is breaking this thing systematically down. All right, so hey, this devil has no room, no authority. He's taking it all away. All right? We are at the brink. The brink, we are right there.
We're almost at the old shit moment.
We're right there. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right? How wonderful it is to be alive in this day and this time.
The scriptures do say, blessed are ye that get to see the downfall of your enemies.
Right. In Ottawa and Radazah, hey, we get to see the full downfall of this devil. The complete destruction as we get beamed up into those, what the world calls UFOs or UAPs, all right, which are the chariots of Israel. All right, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to start showing even more.
yeah.
Crazy shit today.
Yeah. He almost clipped the back of that trailer. Good thing that person had a reaction time.
Yeah. I gotta bring.
Yeah, you got it.
This is Matthew
Over here
24.
smoking that fucking cigarette.
Yeah, Matthew 24 and verse 36 says, actually 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Yeah, that everything is fine, everything's gonna be okay. You can still party, you can still bullshit, you can still get married, you can still, take extravagant, illustrious vacations. All right? You can still think, ladies, that you can walk around, like everything is fine. Walk around with your chest out, walk around with your ass out, everything's okay. All right? You think that you have this immunity to this world.
Right.
You think, oh no, not me. But here it is. Hey, as far as you women loneliness, suffering, and worry, and depression is at an all-time high.
Micah 7 and 10.
She is my enemy, she'll see it.
All right?
Oh,
It's like I was waiting for them to pass. Then I had something in mind.
here it says, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. And when Yahweh shall return, it's going to hit these people that not in the know, that are, engulfed in this life, driving in Babylon's confusion. All right, they're gonna get swept up like the shaft in the wind.
Right.
They're just gonna get taken out easy.
Hey,
All right, that's gonna be like the first wave.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be that 2012 scene where everybody's fighting to get on the boat. All right. Hey, Noah's Ark. Everybody's fighting to get on the boat. But this ark, hey, you can't even touch the boat. You can't touch the chariot.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
the ark. That ark is symbolic of those chariots.
Right. Because the scripture says, hey, look up, for your salvation is nigh.
But Esau, he don't want you to don't look up like that movie dropped. Don't look up.
All right.
Yeah, who's gonna take heed and Darash, can you grab Revelation? What's that? Revelation 18 and is that 4? Come up hither.
Yep. Hey, because here it is. Hey, Jake has a continuation of always looking down, not only at his phone, but Jake puts himself in a low mental state. He has low confidence, low vibration.
So
low self-esteem.
Man,
All right.
But and that's what you do when you call yourself, black every day.
Right.
When you call, when you live by, associating yourself with these proverbs and bywords that this person put on you, man.
Right.
You ain't calling yourself a prince of the power every day. You ain't putting on, as the elect, because you don't have that mentality.
Right. Hey, you're supposed to walk with your shoulders back and your head up.
Show yourself a man.
All right.
Nah, 18 and
Verses come out over my people.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I thought you.
I said it wrong. My bad.
You're not supposed to be like, oh, this just beat me down. Hey, we get beat down and we still stand up. It's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that allows us to stand upright. He said, who will stand stiffly for my name? He didn't say mope or just, hang low. He said stand up. To stand up is to be straight, to be erect. All right? To stand tall in the face of adversity.
What does it say in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter? Stand bold.
Yep.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the power hath remembered her iniquities.
Yeah, that was, coming out of her, spiritually and physically, not having the same mindset as these Babylonians, not having the mindset of these Americans, which America just means bitter, but this is a bitter place.
Right.
There's no there's no benefit to living like these people out here. And that's what it says. It says the sins have reached up to heaven. That's what's here in Babylon. Sin.
Yep.
Confusion, sin, and wickedness. Adultery, idolatry. The Lord sees this place as it said, the sinful kingdom.
Right. Hey, and ultimately being an altar for sacrifice. All right.
That's what this place is.
A burnt sacrifice.
When was that? That's Isaiah the 19th chapter. So that this place is the altar. So it's going to be it's worthy to get burnt up. That's why the Lord has to burn this place down to the very elements.
Right.
Because nothing can survive here and be a benefit to the earth.
I might just keep on running and walking past the sign.
Right. So
taking no heed.
Yeah, that my bad. I said it wrong, but in Revelation 11, that was John the Revelator when the angel was speaking to him through the chariot, right? Yeah.
You got it, Darash.
No, he don't. That was it on that.
Okay. All right. You got it.
Revelation?
Yep.
No. This is Revelations 13 and verse 15. And it says, and he gave power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and it caused as many would not worship the image of the beast, shall be killed.
Go ahead, Darash.
So the image of the beast, if you don't bow down to the system, you're going to get iced out. Okay, they're not going to give you no ultimatums. There's no gray area. It's either you comply or you get iced out.
All right. You comply or you die. All right. This devil don't have no care for you.
Nope. He never did.
He's not. Hey, he had to play along to get along for the time being. Now he can go and be like, man, I don't want to play with him no more. I don't need to get along. Damn them all. All right? You got it. Right.
Verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in the right hand or in their foreheads.
Hey, a right hand on their foreheads. All right, to receive a charagma. The Neuralink in their forehead, or the RFID CHIP, all right, in their right hand. All right? Or anywhere else. All right? This bioengineering, this biotechnology. All right, that you could be on this playing field with this devil. You can be on one accord if you but take this man's system. If you take the thing that is going to allow you to buy and to sell. All right, this RFID CHIP.
Yeah, so it's false, false promises.
Right, false miracles.
You know, because that time where it's gonna be good, even though he's saying like, hey, I'm gonna let you do all these things. You go back in the stores, live like it was. All you need to do is take this little this grain of rice. You know, that's only gonna be for a short time.
Right, because what did they did that during Icky Vicky too. All right, the jump shot.
And Webb just came out and said that whole thing was a test trial, a test run to see, you know, who would be obedient when something was deemed necessary.
Right.
It's basically to sift out your suckers.
Go look up the post.
Yep. Hey, because this is what this devil ultimately wants. He wants complete control, complete compliance. All right?
He wants to be able to control
Your body.
you know, when you don't comply to things that he wants done.
Right. That's why he's setting himself up on the throne as if he is the Most High. All right? He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is the wicked, the adversary. He is the bloody man. Esau Edom.
And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. Except for him, hey, who complies to this man's system. Nobody will be able to buy or sell unless you are down with this man having and being your God and being Lord over you. Not Lord like kings and dukes and queen. Lord of your cells. All right, the cells in your body, the breath in your lungs. To be Lord and dominate you completely. To control every fashion of your life. If you have not the desire for him to be your Lord, then he doesn't desire you to be on the planet. All right?
He just needs you for
Useless
15
eaters.
minutes.
Yeah,
Well,
useless eaters.
In the Matrix, you know, use you as a battery.
Right?
You know.
This is all this devil has you for. He has you and he wants you to comply because it's a game for him. He's not gonna do it by force of you making you, hey, forcefully, I'm gonna hold his hand out. Nuh-uh. He's gonna give you the option by force. You choose, yes or no.
Yeah, they gotta, he's leading you into that dark alleyway with and cornering you in.
Right.
You know, to where it seems like the only way out is to agree with them.
Right.
But you can still go up. You know,
Exactly.
and the Lord gonna live for the elect. You know, we have full faith that if brothers get in that and sisters get into that are of the elect get into those situations, the Lord's gonna raise that standard.
God. All right.
Was it like the,
And will.
Yeah.
You know, he is gonna raise that standard.
You gotta, but you gotta believe it. You gotta have that faith. All right, you have to have a faith believing without seeing. until the time that it's revealed. In that very moment, all right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai changed the situation for you, because if you belong to him, he says, I know every hair in your head, I know every thought, I know your desires before you desired them. I know your wants before you needed them. There is not anything that I don't know, especially about you. All right? I tend to what your wants and your needs are. That's the difference between the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? He's ready to give it at this time. And then for the rest of the nation of Israel, the 2/3 that are going to come back through the loins of the elect, he'll give you when you come back through the loins of the elect in your measure. Because those who are your fathers, those who are of the elect, the upper echelon, all right, will be ordained through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to be your parents, to give the blessings as we receive our blessings in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? That's it?
Yep.
All right. Lord willing, this was edifying, uplifting. We're going to go ahead and face the east, and we're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening learning, to the Ba'ish Dabadat, the house of David. To the next time, it's Men of Valor said, Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba Baba, Shalom.